For those not aware, a 4K gaming monitor is the ultimate way to experience your favorite PC games. The enhanced resolution provides incredible sharpness that brings out details you'd miss at a lower resolution. Distant objects that were once a blurry mess become clear as day because these displays are showing 4 times the resolution of a 1080-pixel gaming monitor. So, let's dive in and explore the top 5 best 4K gaming monitors in 2023. For more information on the product, we've included a link in the description box down below. Let's get started. Number 5. Gigabyte M28U 4K. Even though 4K monitors have come a long way in quality, the price of these screens has also dropped considerably over recent years. You can buy one for $560 without sacrificing too hard on image quality and gaming performance. The mighty Gigabyte M28U is a perfect example, and it's our best budget 4K monitor pick. The 28-inch IPS panel is wrapped by minimal bezels on all sides, with only a minor chin at the bottom. Being an IPS screen, you can expect good image quality, but lighter blacks compared to VA monitors. The Gigabyte M28U is rated for a 1000:1 contrast ratio. It's also rated to display HDR 400. The display is extremely quick with a 2 millisecond response time and 144 Hz refresh rate. The resolution comes in at the expected 3840 by 2160 with a 16:9 aspect ratio. It even supports multiple HDMI 2.1 inputs to hook up a PS5 and Xbox Series X, while a USB-C and 3 USB-A ports are handy for other peripherals. You will notice a slight dip in build quality when compared to a more expensive 4K screen from Samsung or LG. Interestingly, Gigabyte opted to include other specs, like HDMI 2.1 and USB-C that some gamers may find particularly useful. Number 4. Asus ROG Swift PG32 UQX. On paper, the Asus ROG Swift PG32 UQX has almost everything you need. Let's start with the panel itself, which is a full-array local dimming mini OLED display and has a quantum dot film. Full-array local dimming backlight delivers 1152 independent LED zones and a peak brightness of 1400 nits with display HDR 1400 certification. All that jargon essentially means this is a range-topping panel with all the tech for one of the best UHD gaming experiences. As with other monitors in this list, there's a refresh rate of up to 144 Hz and full support for AMD FreeSync and NVIDIA G-Sync technologies. Quantum dot display with a wide DCI-P 398% color gamut provides realistic colors and smoother gradation. The design is also worth commenting on as it's one of the more gamer-looking screens. There's even a small light on the bottom of the stand that illuminates the ROG logo on your desk. And of course, there are RGB LEDs on the rear of the panel itself. The monitor is built to last too, with a reliable, stable, adjustable and sharp-looking metallic stand. For ports, Asus went all out with 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, 1 DisplayPort 1.4 port, 3 USB-A 3.0 ports, 1 upstream and 2 downstream, and a 3.5mm audio jack. If you want the very best of 4K gaming, look no further than the Asus ROG Swift PG32 UQX. It'll cost more than a full PC build, which is $1,172, but if your budget is able to stretch, it'll completely change the way you plan video games. Number 3. Corsair Xenion 32 UHD 144. This is a big, bright, intensely vivid 4K 144 Hz gaming monitor that's a visible step up from mid-range alternatives, while keeping the price at $1,000. Well, not low, but fair for the quality you're getting. The monitor delivers a stunning 3840 by 2160 UHD 4K display with an ultra-thin micro bezel, resists motion blur and keeps up with the high frame rates produced by the latest graphics cards, so you see every frame your PC can output. Also, it offers superb color accuracy and consistency regardless of viewing angle, up to 178 degrees horizontally and vertically. There are a few color profiles in the OSD, itself simple and easily usable with the rear-mounted joystick, but even the standard mode is gorgeous. This covers 100% sRGB and 100% Adobe RGB color space making for more vivid natural colors and astonishing realism, with a comfortable 10:19:1 contrast ratio, so games always look as bold as they do sharp. There's AMD FreeSync Premium support too, which morphs into effective NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility when connected to a GeForce GPU. For ports, Xeneon 32U HD went all out with USB Type-C, 2 HDMI 2.1 or DisplayPort 1.4 and expand your connectivity with 2 USB 3.1 Type-C, 2 USB 3.1 Type-A ports and 3.5mm audio output. Includes USB Type-C, HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort cables. Number 2. LG Ultra Gear 27 GN950B. The LG Ultra Gear 27 GN950B is one of the greatest screens for enjoying 4K games. It's a 27-inch 4K display with a resolution of 3840 by 2160 nano IPS and a 16:9 aspect ratio, supporting a refresh rate of 144 Hz, which essentially means it can load a frame up to 144 times every second. This monitor is extremely fast. So too is the response time of just 1 millisecond. It's important to consider the GPU you're using, as some monitors may support only one of 2 available synchronization technology. Thankfully, this monitor from LG supports both NVIDIA G-Sync and AMD FreeSync. While gaming, you'll enjoy watching the action on the perfectly sized 27-inch monitor with an IPS panel that offers solid viewing angles. The $795 LG Ultra Gear 27 GN950B isn't the brightest monitor around, but with display HDR 600 and a 750 nits peak brightness, you'll get decent contrast and deep blacks to uncover enemies hiding in the shadows. The display's color performance and clarity are also top-notch, ensuring you can make the most of your games. In terms of design, the monitor is a stunner. The bezels are thin, and there isn't much in the form of aggressive gamer design elements that some monitors can have a little too much of. The monitor has plenty of ports to work with, including 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, a single DisplayPort 1.4 port, 3 USB-A 3.0 ports, 1 upstream and 2 downstream, and a 3.5mm audio jack. There aren't any speakers included with the display, which is great as these forces you to use the best gaming headset for an equally great audio experience. Number 1. Samsung 32-inch Odyssey Neo G8. If you want a full HDR experience on a 4K monitor, the monitor must be at least HDR 1000 with a full local dimming array of 1000 plus zones. The Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 is one of them. It has 1196 local dimming zones and features Quantum HDR 2000 and FreeSync Premium Pro. And not only can it do 4K 144 Hz, but this monitor can reach up to 240 Hz of refresh rate and also impressive 1 millisecond response time. In terms of design, the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 has a gamer-oriented design. The white plastic on the back is glossy and the black bezels are matte. The aggressive 1000R curve helps bring the edges within your field of vision, but some people might not like it. The wide-set feet take up a good amount of space, so you need a deep desk to place it on, but there's space between the feet to put a keyboard and mouse. In terms of ports, this monitor includes 1 upstream and 2 downstream 3.0 ports, 2 HDMI 2.1 and 1 DisplayPort 1.4. The yellow jack is 3.5mm audio for headphones or powered speakers. There is no built-in sound, but you can control the volume in the OSD. Lastly, we must laud the G8's values. While $1,257 may seem like a premium purchase, and it is, it's far less than other mini LED displays currently available.